Broadcasting around the world on the internet 24 hours a day at www.odysseytv.org. This is Odyssey Instructional Television, a program of the San Bernardino County Regional Occupational Program.
Well, hey, everybody, Jim Hall, You Ought to Know in Victorville, California, and we're here, Odyssey Update and Odyssey Television, Channel 6, all the great programs you've come to know, and of course, You Ought to Know right here. Today, we're going to talk about photographs. Take a look behind me. It's all-in-one Photoshop, and that's where we are in the Target Center here in Victorville, and today we're going to talk about family photos, digital photos, portraits, why they're still important, and how to get them done properly. We're going to talk to all the folks right here at All-in-One Photo on Palmdale Road in the Target Shopping Center here in Victorville. So stay with us, everybody. A fun-filled day on this show simply because you ought to know. Great show coming up. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, You Ought to Know, and I told you we're in the Target Shopping Center here on Palmdale Road, Victorville, and we have come to a new business here. It's called All-in-One Photoshop, and first off, I need to have you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Alicia. I'm one of the workers here.
You're a worker here, but you also came out of the program. We actually produce a lot of the shows, so you know what we're doing.
Yes.
Odyssey Television.
Odyssey Television.
And you did how many years in the program?
I did 2 years.
2 years in the program. So she knows about video, she knows about photo, and we're going to talk about photo because all-in-one Photoshop. Talk about the business here.
Well, what we do is we like to take the pictures of the people and we put them on placemats, we put them on mouse pads, put them on tiles. We work with all ages from newborns to grandparents, so we really don't discriminate.
And everybody in between all that. So, but you talk about putting it on mouse pads and tiles and cups and that process. First off, why do people want to get these type of pictures done? Describe that.
Well, a lot of people just like looking around and seeing pictures everywhere. Mostly grandparents, they always want pictures of their grandkids. And so when they come in, they're like, well, I want this done, I want that done. So we're like, well, we can do it. And then there's a lot of people that want to personalize their kid's room. So, like, if you go into the rooms, you'll see a big picture of the kid, so obviously it's that kid's room.
Well, you bring up a good point because photographs in reality, where you actually have a physical photo that you can see. I know I have a few different boxes at home that have been passed down from my grandmother and so on and so forth, real pictures. But today we're in the world of digital photography, and I imagine you're doing digital photography here.
Yes, everything is digital. We don't send it out or anything. It's all computerized.
I found an interesting statistic that talked about the fact that a lot of people, majority of people now have the digital cameras in their home, but not very many of them have the printed photos anymore or printed. They're digital, yet they tend to lose the pictures should a memory stick go bad or the hard drive goes bad or whatever, and the photos are gone.
Right, that's why if you came like to actual Photoshop, we can actually print the pictures out for you. You'll always have that picture. And here, what we do is we save the pictures, so if something were to happen within the next 6 months, water spilled on it, you can always come back and reprint it.
Now, what's the most popular item so far you've found since you've been open here that people like to have done?
Our most common that we get asked for are the 4 photo collages, which is when we take numerous photos and we take 4 of your favorites. You come and you pick out your own, and we put them all in one frame.
And that's usually something that would hang. That's usually like a hallway or a main living room, or somebody puts that there in their child's room.
In their child's room, living rooms. I have parents that want their child seeing your pictures on there, very variety of different poses and whatnot.
So the services you offer, obviously we're sitting kind of on a set here where photos can be taken. And you have a lot of backgrounds, and we'll look at some of those. And a lot of the pictures up on the wall, a lot of settings that you've got there. I recognize one of those people up there right there. And that looks like a graduation type photo.
Yes, actually that was her homecoming picture, I believe. Her homecoming dress, she wanted to come in, she wanted to put it on a canvas, so we did that. She ended up buying that one, and we also turned it into a clock, which the clock is in the right-hand corner.
And then I see the mother and baby. Ironically enough, we do have the mother and the grandbaby here, who's my grandson. He'll be here with us in the third segment, and we're going to show some of the photos getting taken and so forth. But, Alicia, when you talk about some of these memories, people can bring in things digitally to you?
Yes, you can bring them in digital. We would prefer digital, but if it's on a regular paper already printed out, as long as it's not professional, we can still take it, put it on a cup, put it on a mouse pad, and a lot of people like doing that, like from a baseball game. They took a perfect picture of their son or daughter. You bring it on in.
Now you have, working here in the establishment, do you have how many people that work here total?
3 people total.
3 total in this business. So talk about the business, how you got started in this.
We started off just by liking taking pictures, and then we thought, hey, well, you might as well make a business out of it. Something that we all love to do. Everybody loves pictures. You can't go in one house and they not have one picture. Everybody loves pictures, so we figured why not help people on decorating their own homes.
Well, I know also because you've been involved here with Odyssey Television a couple of years, but you were also in photo at the high school as well, weren't you?
Yes, I did photo for 1 year in Miss Gordon's class. From there, I took it to Odyssey, and ever since then, I want to go to FITM for photo and video.
But you even had pictures that were in some competition, so you had some entries from photographs.
Yes, from NHRA when we went down to the raceway 2 years ago. I took some pictures and entered them in the competition.
Yep, and they did very well, by the way. Now, the all-in-one Photoshop, what is it like starting a business?
It's hard, but it's always fun when you get new people in and they say, oh, well, you guys are doing really good, and I like coming here. I'm coming back. I want to come back every 6 weeks, take pictures of my daughter growing up, and the babies change a lot. A lot of people want to take their baby pictures every 6 months, so they come back.
The grandson, you'll see him here in a third segment. He's coming out. He'll be here. Just 1 month old as we're doing this show today. 31 days, 30 days. But I see changes, it seems like week to week. People get pictures taken that often of their youngsters?
Some people do. They love it. They want to put it eventually in a collage because we do hold the pictures. So what they want to do is take pictures every week and then show them on like one big collage.
So they watch those changes. I bet they're surprised, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
All right. Well, we are here in Victorville. We're in the Target Shopping Center, Palmdale Road. And it's easy to find all-in-one photo shop because adjacent to you even have food here.
Yes, we actually have a few food shops in here. We have Louisiana, we have the Brass Pickle, we have stores on the other side. We're very convenient.
So easy to find. And we're going to be back to talk about more of what goes on here, and we're going to see some of those pictures get taken too. So stay with us. And why are we here? Simply because you ought to know. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, you ought to know, at All-in-One Photoshop here in Victorville, Palmdale Road, at the Target Shopping Center where we are. Alicia, introduce yourself again.
I'm Alicia, one of the associates here.
And associates. Now, we talked about the business getting started. Beautiful photos back here, and we're going to make reference to that in just a few minutes. But the planning stages of opening a business, when you did this, along with all the people working here, how much planning did it take, and what did it take to get this open and going and being a full-functioning business?
We've actually been working on it for the past few years. It's not something you say, hey, let's open up a business next week. So what we do is we had to work around everybody's schedules. We thought about what's going to attract the most people. Now everybody just wants just a picture. You have people that want just a clock. You want people that want a canvas. There's specific needs that people want. So we just go around, we hear what people say they'd like to see on their walls at home, so we take that into consideration and try to make it happen here.
But you actually, let's say, secured this particular location. How long did it take you to get this up and going to where the doors were open and you were helping customers?
This particular shop we had to work with because it was just bare. We had to put these walls up ourselves. We had to get inspections over and over, and you have to wait for the city. They're not just inspecting one shop. They're doing numerous places, so it's kind of on their time as well as ours.
So it's not, hey, we're ready, come on and inspect us. It's, we're going to be there whenever we get there according to this date.
Right. And like if they come in, they see something wrong, they're like, well, you have to fix it, and that could take another 2 to 3 weeks just to get them back.
Okay, but you did get here. The program and the business is going, and people are doing what they like to do. And that, of course, look at the wall here. Describe some of the sittings that you've got here, the backgrounds that are available to people, and what types of things you've experienced.
We noticed that a lot of people like the solid backgrounds just because they don't take away from the photo. We have the kids. A lot of parents like the park background just because that's where most kids like to be, at the park. Then you have something with the simple brown background to bring out her dress. Her dress was pink, so she said it's something that'll make it pop. But she didn't want black. She didn't want white. We have family photos. They want just the mom, just the dad, or the mom and the dad, the child. Just depends on what specific thing that each person wants. Everybody has a different opinion on everything.
Now, you mentioned tiles. You do the mouse pads. You do the tile. What's the most unique thing you do, in your opinion?
In my opinion, it would be the tiles. You don't see tiles just of people walking around. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. I think I saw a tile photo. Is that a tile photo over this way?
Yes.
Because I'm headed that way. Come on, guys, let's go. Take a look at this over here, because this is a tile photo. It caught my eye. It kind of looked like a little bit of a puzzle at first, but look at the beauty of it. But this is tile.
Yeah, it's tile. We put them all in the frame for you. And it's funny you mentioned puzzles, because we actually do puzzles as well. This one, it's more like for the dining room. People would want it above their dining room table just to show it's the family area. Everyone wants to eat dinner together as a family, so why not be able to look at your family as well?
The pieces all fit together, so to speak. But you did mention puzzles, so you do jigsaw-type puzzles. So you can also send Grandma or your family a jigsaw puzzle of your family or your favorite dog or whatever it is.
And watch the pieces come together and make a picture perfect.
What other types of items? We got the clocks, we got puzzles. What other kinds of things? Cups, you mentioned, the tiles.
We do the cups, the mugs, we do placemats, we do these clocks that are famous for a child's room. You're not going to, some parents don't want the big expensive ones in there, and this one looks more in a child's eye, more appealing. We also do the carpet pieces. There's like pieces of carpet. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to walk on my face, but some people might like it for their kids' room, personalize it.
Well, I guess everybody has a choice, but you also mentioned there's more than photos here at All-in-One Photoshop. You do other things as well. The names.
Yes, people like seeing their names on places. So you come in, we have these pictures, and you pick the background that would appeal most to you. Give us your name, and we have the program that'll give you the meaning of the name. I haven't came across a name yet that we cannot do.
Okay, we're going to look up a name here in just a few minutes during the say. I'll give you the name, and then the third segment we're actually doing photos. I mentioned that the baby is here, so we're going to be doing couple photos of the baby or watching how you do that, and then we'll want to know the meaning of that name. I don't actually even know the meaning yet. I haven't looked it up. I'm sure Mom does. She's over off camera, but I don't know yet.
We'll try to figure it out.
Okay, now the names are another item. I can bring photos to you digitally.
Yes.
I can bring them to you in the print form. Can you restore photos if I had an old photo?
It's harder to restore photos, but we have had it done. Mm-hmm. Like, we have older pictures. If the picture's really ripped up and really bad, there's a really bad chance of us being able to do it, but we will work on it.
But if I have an old photo of Grandma or Grandpa or the family together and we want to make that into a mug, or I know it has the old look to it, that's what the photo is, but I can certainly restore it in one of those ways where I could see it every day. Yeah,
we can certainly do that. As long as the photo's in good condition, even if it's old, if it has like a nick here and there, we can still restore that. That's not a problem.
Okay. The process, I see some other items in the shop, and as you look around the walls, take a look. There's some of the favorite poses. Another tile photo over here. We've got a little girl and her dog and so forth. A lot of the family portraits. The youngsters seem to be real popular, I see in the photos.
Yes, a lot of people like their kids in certain lights. Like, the young girl with the dog, it's her favorite puppy. They wanted to bring the picture in, and they want that on something just because that picture must mean something so much more to them. We might look at it as just a picture. We don't know the background of it. That could have been her birthday. It could have been her birthday present. We don't know.
What is the most unique picture you've taken?
Most unique picture, I talked my parents into letting me bring my dog in. So that one is hard. You know, we probably won't do pets. We're not sure is right now, but that was probably the most unique.
All right. Well, we've got a unique one coming up next. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to be right back. We're at All-in-One Photoshop here in the Target Center in Victorville, and we're learning a little bit about what it takes to get pictures made on everything. The baby's coming up next. Stay with us, everybody, simply because you ought to know. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, You Ought to Know. And now what you ought to know is we are at All-in-One Photoshop. And Alicia, there's now 3 of us in the shot. And we've done some photos. We talked about my grandson, and here he is. This is Caden.
He's so cute. Really easy to shoot, actually.
Well, you know that because we've already actually done some shooting. And now we're talking as we shoot this. Look at him smile at us now. Now he's going to pose and smile. Hi, I'm on TV, everybody. And he is. And shooting an infant like this, 30 days old, how was that?
It's actually not as hard as some people may think. They're babies, so they do need their time. They're going to want to cry at moments, but we're fine with it. We give them about 5 to 10 minutes. If they need more, they get more. You want a perfect shot.
And what type of positions did we use, or shooting angles, or what did you do with him?
Because he's so young, most of the poses, they are laying down. You can only do so much. We have the baby poser, so it's easy to sit them up and lay them down on that as well.
All right, he's making faces like one of our producers now off camera, so I'm going to hand him off. Actually, Mom's going to come in. Here comes Mother Mary, and there goes Caden. So Caden's going to go just off camera here at All-in-One Photo. By the way, it is here in the Target Shopping Center in Victorville off of Palmdale Road. And you can come see Alicia or any of the fine folks here and get your photos taken care of. We're going to do tiles and sippy cup. You have a sippy cup. I saw that. I saw puzzles. They do all types of clocks and all that. And you've, of course, seen that on this show. But Alicia, doing an infant like this one, when families come in, what do you have to take into consideration shooting them?
Just the fact that the baby are going to need things right offhand, like if they have a pacifier, if they have a blanket in case they spit up, you want that all right by the side, so not everything has to be adjusted. If there's a family, you want that kind of stuff just in case there's more kids than adults.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I was watching Mom and Baby. In case Mom spit up, I needed the blanket there. No, Mom didn't spit up. The baby actually did. But here's some of the items. I've got a heart-shaped mouse pad, and look at the photo there. Here's a sippy cup, little youngster on there, and we can do that sort of thing. We have, look at this, here comes the jigsaw puzzle. I can send that to Grandma or any of our friends way back east or overseas. I guess for the servicemen, great idea too. They could always have the family with them. Look at this here, trailer hitch cover. That one's going on the Hummer. All in one Photoshop. There's the name right there. Now, look at this. Here comes some more. Thank you, Joe. Joe Flores, our producer right there. God bless this house. And there's the key holder, and you can put photos on there, I'm sure. I guess I could I put my face on there so I know those are my keys?
You can put your individual faces, know whose keys go where.
Okay, there's an idea there. So we've got a lot of different ideas. Now, even on the wall, and you've got displayed all types of pictures from everywhere that people can actually come in and get for their homes, offices, what have you.
We have different things. We have animals, we have religious photos, we have the scenery photos. It just depends on what appeals to you, what you like.
And some of the items that you talked about, we showed and talked about some of the clocks. Here's one of the more inexpensive type items, this little clock here. I can put the picture of the baby in there, my wife, the whole family, whatever it may be. So we've got that clock there. And, you know, we talked about the names as well. You do have meanings for the names, and they can get those printed into different frames.
Yes, we can do them in different frames. Some people have their own frame that will match their bedroom set. You can bring the frame in, and we can frame it for you like that, or you can buy one of ours.
Now, yeah, that's a good point. You do have the frames available, and look at this frame right here. Look at this one, and there she is again. I'll be darned.
Lourdes, yes. She wanted to take her senior pictures, and she liked all of those. She couldn't decide with one, so she got a whole collage made of them.
And look how nice the collage is. Can you get a good shot of that? Can you see that on the camera, folks? That looks good. And Lourdes, I can say, she was in our program as well, graduated from the high school. And I already heard part of our crew that's here today saying they want to get their senior photos and portraits done here at All-in-One. Look at this one. This is another type, a collage type.
My little brother, he likes posing, so we did a few poses with him as well a couple of years back, and we just brought the photo back to life.
All right. Now, we also talked about, take a look at this. This is a handoff. Look at this one here. Here's another one, senior photo, portrait with the cap and gown.
Yes, senior photo. He has his cap and gown, regular, without, just casual. We have him playing a sport. We have, depends on what you want.
Kind of shows that he made it and some of his interest and things that he did.
Yes, he was actually on the show as well, but we didn't have a camera, so.
Yep. Now, and I know him as well in the program and appeared on television numerous times on Odyssey Update, as you did.
Yes, we all did. It was fun. Good experience.
All right, I'm going to go over here. Come on, guys. Follow me. We talked about the names. There's Caden. And on Caden, the meaning of that name, it's a local origin. The name is unique and original. Now, a lot of names are from, for instance, my son Christopher means Christ bearer. And this one is actually from the name Caden, which is so unique.
Yeah, some of the names, they are unique, but they find the root of the word, and then they bring the meaning out of that.
Yeah, now look at the meaning here. The meaning is ambitious and industrious. Emotional spectrum. Everyone loves to love Caden. Personal integrity, you'd never know and make a mistake placing your faith in Caden. And travel and leisure, summer sports are attractive to Caden. So some of the things that go with his name. Here's another name and a frame. It fits in a frame similar to this, and that name in there is Rashawn.
And Ashanti. We do
Ashanti
as well. So if you want either a couple for the wedding, or if you have twins and you want them both on one, you can do the meaning of both names.
And you can look at this, the nice concaved type, the glass frame.
We have glass frames, plastic frames, and wooden frames.
All right. Give us a phone number.
951-2226.
All right. And a website for you?
We don't have one just yet.
So we're developing that, but people can find All-in-One Photo here in the Target Shopping Center here in Victorville, just off Palmdale Road, and they can come in. Again, the phone number?
951-2226.
All right. Well, we came down, we took some pictures, we experienced what it's like, and we hope you will too, simply because you ought to know. We'll be right back to wrap it up, everybody. Get your picture taken right here. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this show. Jim Hall, You Ought to Know. Caden, along with us here, got his photo taken today at All-in-One Photoshop here in the Target Center in Victorville, just off of Palmdale Road. Caden's going to take a little nap now. A lot of pictures taken. We hope you get a chance to come in, experience what it's like to get some of these family portraits, photos, and the like done here. Mouse pad, cups, and so much more. And if you need information, you can certainly get it from the folks right here at All-in-One Photoshop. And like Caden, it's nap time. Why did we come here in Victorville to All-in-One Photoshop? Simply because, Caden, you ought to know. See you next time, everybody.